IT is already into health in a big way, but my personal feeling is that it can do much more to improve health. For example, currently in India, the health management information system benefits a lot from the use of IT. The data is entered into computer and it is available is in the ministry, and anybody can look at the data. Second example I want to give is the most peripheral health worker, accredited social health activities, referred to as ASHA. In many states, when she comes back from work, she feeds in the data at the primary health center, and all the information is uploaded immediately, and she gets real-time payment on whatever work she does. So these are two examples where health is already helping. Health is being helped by IT, but there is much more we can do to improve health in India. And there are many bottlenecks. For example, we do not have sufficient number of doctors and specialists. We can use IT, telemedicine, teleradiology, teleophthalmology. For example, in Tripura, I went to a PHC, and an optometrist was examining a child. And after 15 minutes, she gave prescription to the child, and I asked her, "You are not a doctor, not an ophthalmologist. How come you gave a prescription?" She told me that there is an ophthalmologist sitting in the medical college in Agartala. He was looking at all the information she was feeding in. But this initiative was started in 2007 and it was scaled up only in 2015. So it has taken 8 years. So many of these initiatives are being done in many parts of the country. The major bottleneck is scaling them up. Second is identifying the health problems and bringing IT and health professionals together to prioritize what needs to be done. So in providing health care, I feel there is a lot of scope, and doctors were not there 40 years back when I started medical school, and even today you don't have doctors and specialists in peripheral area. So this is one example of how one of the major problems in healthcare can be addressed by IT. And the other example I can give you is managing drug supply. And in India, we have 65 million, 6.5 crore log poverty line से नीचे चले जाते हैं every year because of the expenditure they incur on healthcare, and 65 to 70% of that expenditure is on essential medicines. And some of the states have already started procuring generic medicine, and through use of IT, for example, e-Aushadhi in Rajasthan, after the clinic, the pharmacist enters the data. And it is entered into the system. Anybody sitting in Jaipur or district level and at the PHC where the data is being entered, they know what stock of medicines are running out. They replenish that, and the medicines being generic are provided at a very low cost, and the government is able to procure. So this could be one area, and second is diagnostics that can help. Teleradiology is one example where you don't have a radiologist, but the images can be transmitted. Telepathology could be one more area where the images of the tissues can be transmitted, and pathologists sitting in a medical college or a tertiary care hospital can give opinion, and the patient can benefit. Private sector plays a very important role. There are two aspects to it. One is private sector within health, and a large proportion of secondary and tertiary level care, especially the indoor care, is provided by private hospital. And we need to link up the private sector with public health system, so that when a patient moves from private hospital to a public hospital, the data related to the patient is available to anybody who is providing health care. And government is working in that direction to have electronic health record, which is compatible with what is being used in the system. And the private sector, private hospital need to use the same system, which can be linked up. So this is one area. Second is most of the development in IT is taking place in in the private sector. So we have government organizes health care technology assessment workshops. What they do is bring the private sector and the bright students from IITs and other academic institutions in the final year or the postgraduates, and they look at what are the issues in health which need to be addressed, and then they come up with the innovative ideas, and those ideas are finalized at the end of 3-4 day workshop, and then the private sector supports these ideas more like incubation, and when these ideas reach a stage where it can be tested, it is brought to the attention and then it is tested and reflected. So there is a lot of scope for further strengthening engagement of private sector with the public health system to improve healthcare in India. The new policy is looking at strengthening healthcare through improving interaction with the technology, and one aspect which has been included in the technology, in fact the work has already started, is establish e-health authority, and the private sector is an important player in that, and the details are being worked out. So this will be a platform where private sector in IT and private sector in health and the public system will come together to look at what are the issues coming up and will be addressing. Second is harmonizing the data flow both in the public sector and the private sector, so that you have one uniform data available to healthcare providers across the country. These are two major areas, but the new health policy, which is being revised and should be available in a couple of months, looks at this as an important area for improving health of the masses in the country. Innovation has been recognized as an important area in the National Health Mission, and since 2013, government is encouraging the states to come together and present what innovations they have done. And the first workshop was organized in Srinagar in 2013 in November, and where the states, all states and union territories came and shared their innovation. And the second workshop was organized recently in the month of July, where all the 36 states and union territories got together. They had submitted innovations. These innovations were reviewed by the ministry and National Health System Resource Center, and those which were identified as replicable, cost effective innovations which were addressing burden of disease in the country, these were selected for oral presentation. 36 innovations were presented in the oral presentation, and around 70 were presented in poster presentation. The government at the end of the summit in the last session, Additional Secretary Mission Director Mr. C.K. Mishra asked the states to identify one or two innovations either from within their state or from outside the state, which they will be scaling up in their respective state after they go back. So this is one area where government is encouraging states to share innovation, and those which are replicable, encourage the states to scale it up. And they were asked if they want to scale up these innovations, if they need funding, they can submit it to the Ministry of Health to include funding for scaling up these innovations. Second initiative which has been started by the government is called National Health Innovation Platform. They have created a platform on which all the states and the private players can upload the innovations when they are starting work on these innovations, and these innovations are screened. Those which are found to have reached a particular level of development, these are assessed, evaluated, and those which are found meeting the minimum criteria, these are then shared with all states and union territories, put up on the website for everybody to look at, and if required, they can scale these innovations. So these are the two recent initiatives in addition to many other which the government has taken to scale up innovation in health. One important element in these innovations is healthcare technology. For example, in the presentations in Shimla, if I remember correctly, there were 8 innovations in healthcare technology which was presented. But there is a lot more to be done. There are a lot of problems in health which can be addressed by using information technology, and I prefer the term force multiplier. Use of information technology could be a force multiplier in addressing health problems in the country, and I am sure we can make a lot more progress in improving health of the population in the country by using IT in health. IT has already revolutionized our life. 20 years back there was no internet. And when I was teaching in medical college, we used to collect journals and put them on a table, review them, prepare an article. For months together it was lying. But today you go on the internet, you put keywords and you have all the articles available to you. So it has already revolutionized our date. Mobile phone, 20 years back, we were all waiting for landline phones to be connected. Took 5 years, 6 years to get connection. Now it is in your pocket wherever you go, and almost everybody in India has a mobile phone. So in 5 years going to get much better. What we need to do is use these advances to improve day-to-day life. And you look at two groups of people. One, people who are healthy. How do we keep them healthy? What do they eat? How much physical activity they undertake? And second is those who are sick. How do we provide health care to them? Healthcare at an affordable price, healthcare which is accessible to them. If they cannot travel 100 kilometers, 200 kilometers to a health facility to get appropriate care, they can go to the nearest health facility, and from there they can access any specialist anywhere in the country to get medical advice. So I see there's a lot of exciting time ahead of us using IT for improving healthcare in India. This is an important initiative taken by the government using information technology. We have about 27 million mothers becoming pregnant every year in India, and each one of them can be tracked. She can receive the right messages and act upon those messages, and when she delivers, she receives messages related to upbringing of her child. How does she breastfeed the child? At what age she gives complementary feeding? When to take the child for immunization. If the second dose is due, she gets a reminder for the second dose. When the third dose is due, she gets a reminder for the third dose. So this is a very important initiative taken by the government, in which the beneficiaries are directly in contact and they receive appropriate messages which are relevant to that particular stage of pregnancy and particular age of their children. So this has a potential of reaching out to 100% of pregnant mothers and mothers of the children related to their health.